a day off for our crew, and Matt Brown took us out on a speedboat, and we were greeted by a pod of maybe 100 dolphins that were leaping and playing all around the boat. Is really sublime. Just feeling a little overwhelmed. It's so incredibly beautiful to see how these dolphins are so close. We went out to the reef that fringes the atoll about 5 miles offshore. We had the great privilege of going out snorkeling.
Try to take as much of the air out as you can, they said.
And we had a couple little point and shoots in plastic bags. So we were able to get some low-res images of what it looked like snorkeling around. We saw some huge schools of fish, and the coral goes for miles out there. It's really pretty abundant. While they were up on the boat, Matt Brown and his wife saw a seal and watched it for a while. And it turned out a few minutes later, when I was out snorkeling, that same seal came and made a loop around me. He seemed a little skittish, but it was really exciting to be that close to a seal in its natural environment. As we were snorkeling around in the coral, we came across this huge ghost net, which is one of those fishing nets that has broken loose from the boat that it was supposed to be attached to and is just drifting around the oceans, still continuing to catch and kill fish. And it was kind of tangled up in the coral. And so it took the whole group of us kind of wrestling with it to pull it off of this piece of coral and then to slowly drag it back to where the boat was. In this extremely remote northern part of the Hawaiian chain of islands, every year they find 55 tons of ghost nets that wash up on the coral and onto the islands. We had to be careful to keep it lifted as we dragged it so that it didn't damage other coral. And so some of us were lifting it and others were towing it, and we slowly dragged it all the way back to the boat. And then a few people pushed from in the water and a few other people pulled from up on the boat.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
Nice.
We were able to drag this thing all the way up onto the boat.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
I wonder why they throw those things away.
Did they just break loose out there, Matt?
They're old and they get discarded, but you know, they lay miles and miles of net, so a big storm comes up.
Yeah.
So even on our day off, when we're thinking that we're going to be out just enjoying nature, we found ourselves surrounded once again by plastic.
Yep, all plastic netting.